everyone. We're here with Stan Mitchell, CEO of Key Facilities Management International. Welcome, Stan.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here talking to our friends across the pond.
Pleasure to have you. My first question today for you is if you could maybe talk a little bit about yourself, your role, and your organization.
Okay. Well, as you've said, my name's Stan Mitchell and I'm the CEO of Key Facilities Management International. And Key is the longest established FM business in the UK. And when I say FM, I mean true FM, strategic tactical management, as opposed to facilities services. So we are very much a white collar business rather than a blue collar business. So we've been around, this is our 30th year in business. So we've done something right because we're still here. We have developed the business on 4 different fronts. We are a consulting company. We do training quite extensively. We do outsourcing of operations, and we're doing that currently in 21 different countries. And more recently, in the last 5 years, we've been involved in the development of technology for facilities management. So we're doing quite a lot of work with some universities in how we can better analyze the data that you can derive from a so-called smart building, but I don't know any building that's particularly smart. What we're focused on is smart FM. So how can we take the data that comes out of a building, translate it and analyze it and give useful information back to the facility manager so that they can make good use of it. So that's who we are as a company. For my sins, I'm also involved in the development of standards in facility management, and I'm the chairman of the ISO committee for facility management, and we have published a number of standards already. ISO 41001 is the flagship management system standard, and actually today we have just launched our latest standard, which is ISO 41014, which is guidance on how to develop facility management strategies. So that's the potted history of both what I do in my day job and what I do apparently in my spare time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. And of course, highly relevant right now, especially because we've had quite a strange, interesting year. And so talking about that a little bit, as we head into the fourth quarter of 2020, what can you really talk to about your learning so far in facilities management about, related to this pandemic? Okay,
I'll start on this occasion with the ISO standards world, because if you think about what standards are a collection of knowledge and expertise to capture that information and share it so that we all can potentially benefit from that. And I can tell you in November, the ISO Technical Committee for Facility Management is launching a new standard, which will be 41017, and that is about emergency preparedness for epidemics and pandemics. So we're trying to capture the knowledge and experience that's occurred in the last 12 months worldwide, so that the people in the future benefit from the learnings that we're all experiencing right now. In terms of Key Facilities Management, we have been involved, as I say, we're active in about 21 countries. And believe me, some countries have never shut down and other countries seem determined never to open back up, and you've got everything else in between. Probably the biggest learning, there's plenty of information out about what we should be doing as facilities managers. And whilst it's giving us a kind of new dimension to what we would be doing normally, I do encourage people to see the positive as well as the negative in it. The spotlight is on facilities management right now. We have a fantastic opportunity to demonstrate our professionalism and our value to the organizations that we serve if we go about it the right way, and collectively sharing that knowledge and experience is one way of doing that, which is what we're trying to do right now. Very important. The biggest learning is there is no one approach. There is no one answer to what we as facilities managers should be doing. Because we work internationally, what we've found is you have every country has a different strategy and opinion as to what we should be doing. Every organization has a different strategy and opinion as to what we are doing. Every building with an MD or CEO in it has their different strategy about what we should be doing and how we should be doing it. And then the people that we actually serve in these buildings, they're the ones that will have varying degrees of hesitation, if you like, to come back into the workplace. And it's very important that we give those people a confidence in our professionalism and that we're doing all the right things that we need to do. And those right things are about air conditioning, about cleaning, about preparedness for people who might feel ill in the workplace, etc., etc.
That's great. That's great. And so, speaking a little bit about your specific organization, have you started sort of a return to work or return to office for those who are not essential, who are already working or weren't already working? Have you started some kind of plan, or have people already, gone back? What's the situation like there?
Yes, very early on in the process. As I said earlier, we've got clients who almost have never shut down. Mm-hmm. But early on, we developed inside Key, we developed a 4-point plan that we shared with all our people, because a lot of our people obviously are based in the countries where they work. And that 4-point plan was about making sure they understood there is no single answer, but here's a framework about a risk assessment. And obviously what we were able to do was point them in the right direction to go and find out how their building services worked, or if you're in a landlord managed building, then to go and ask the landlord the right questions and make sure you get the right answers. So we had a 4-point plan, and the 4th point is, as soon as you believe you get there, start again at point number 1, because this is not a new norm. This is just a constantly changing norm. Mm-hmm. And I think in most countries around the world, we've seen a decline in the cases of the virus and its impact on people. And then as we start to relax, all of us, it peaks up again, and there's almost a guaranteed second wave of the pandemic. So it is about being vigilant. It is about being thorough, absolutely thorough. That's how we can demonstrate our professionalism. And it is about networking, because in FM, irrespective of this pandemic, in FM, I'm a great believer that none of us have got all the answers to anything. So we do need to share, we do need to exchange knowledge and information, so that we try and do the best job that we can. And the reputation of us all as a community, hopefully through this negative experience, we can raise the bar of facilities management as a strategic professional discipline, and then we all benefit from that.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the qualities and criteria that you think will make for people, FM experts, and I'm wondering if there's anything else that you may have not already mentioned that you think is really crucial now that we've seen this pandemic and now that we're living with this, for future FM professionals to really have, either as a quality or just criteria for success.
Well, as I've already said, that new ISO standard is probably the biggest thing that we can collectively do. And the US is a very proactive participant in that committee, so we will get good input from your colleagues within the US. But we currently have 48 countries engaged and involved in the development of these standards, so that hopefully will be something with significant reach in terms of capturing our experiences this time around. But the second thing we can do, and within Key, we're already doing it, the latest technology, the Industrial Revolution 4.0 type technologies, AI, machine learning, IoT, we're already using that extensively in the workplace to monitor the environment. And that technology, the price and cost to put that technology in is coming down very, very fast. And I would recommend anybody in an FM role to go take a look at the art of the possible there, because we're already actually using it in terms of social distancing, because that seems to still be one of the most effective things to do in the workplace to stop the exchange of this virus. And the technology that we're using can identify the crunch points within a building where the social distancing gets diluted and people cross the border, if you like, about whatever's deemed to be, 1 meter, 2 meters, whatever the recommended distance is. And that's useful where the criteria changes from company to company or building to building or whatever. So if people haven't really taken a good look at today's technology that's available, there's really significant opportunities there, not just to help control the impact of this virus, but to help improve what you deliver within an FM context in its broadest sense. And we are finding that exceptionally valuable. And I know the outsourcing clients that we have, they are very appreciative of the knowledge and information that we are able to make that technology deliver to inform them about what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how effective it is.
Absolutely. I think as a workplace tech company ourselves, we couldn't be in any more agreement that technology is, the future, and that if you're not already digitalized in the workplace, this is, kind of shining more of a spotlight on the necessary, necessary technology.
The bottom line is facilities managers have a tough gig. It's not the easiest job in the world. It's not the most job that's most recognized. And we need to just keep pushing the bar up. And this pandemic's a great opportunity. We shouldn't miss it. And thank you for doing podcasts like this, because I do think it is important that we try and use this tech that we're all using today more effectively to get the messages out there and connect with each other.
Definitely, of course. Our pleasure. And thank you so much again for your time, Stan. It was a pleasure talking to you, and hopefully we can talk again in the future when maybe things are a little bit less chaotic to check in again.
Of course.
Thank you again.
Of course. So, cheerio from Bonnie, Scotland, and I look forward to my next visit to California.
Thank you so much.